Hi, my name's Amanda. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about 5 things that every American should know before traveling to Ireland. First is the red eye. So most likely than not, you'll be flying over to Ireland on a red eye. This was super hard for me to swallow because I'm not somebody who could just sleep anywhere. I was so afraid that this would start our trip off on the wrong foot. If you land in Ireland at 6 a.m. their time and you never slept, that is rough. Unfortunately, I only got about 2 hours of sleep on my red eye. But I'm here to tell you some tips that might have helped me get some more hours of shut eye. Invest in a good neck pillow. I purchased a neck pillow from Amazon and it was super comfortable, and I'll put the link in the description box below. Second is bring an eye mask. I didn't even think about this. When the flight is in the air, the cabin lights will be turned off, but there are still lots of people watching movies on their devices or in the screen in front of them, and all of the flickering bright lights stopped me from falling asleep. My next tip is to get a good pair of earplugs. I use the Loop earplugs and I love them. They're super comfortable, and I will also link that in the description box below. My next tip is after you land in Ireland, be sure to take the rental car company up on the GPS. Our GPS really saved us, especially for the first few days, because there was something going on with our phone that wouldn't allow us to activate service in Ireland for a good 24 hours. So we would have been totally lost if we didn't have this GPS. Being in Ireland sometimes felt like we were in a time machine and we were using these GPSs that we used like 10 years ago, but they definitely came in handy. Highly recommend grabbing one. My next tip is before you get to Ireland, make sure that you know how to dial Irish numbers. This seems so elementary, but I didn't even think of it. We had to call and confirm check-in times at bed and breakfasts during our travel, and sometimes our call would randomly go through and other times it wouldn't. So we discovered that if you dial 011 first to start an international call and then dial the country number, which for Ireland is 353. This is the big tip that nobody told us. The next thing is if you are flying out of Dublin, make sure you arrive super early, like 3 or more hours early. The reason for this is that there's pre-screening customs at Dublin Airport, which means instead of going through customs when you get to America, you do it in Dublin so that it's an easier process when you get to America. But nobody told us that, so we were running super rushed. We had to wait in these super long lines and we almost missed our flight. A little stressful. My husband and I arrived to the airport 2 hours before our flight, and that was not enough. My next tip is make sure you have cash on hand. Not all of Ireland is accepting credit cards, so be sure to have some cash. You can easily exchange some money at the airport when you arrive. This will be super helpful if you want to pop into these little museums on the Dingle Peninsula or any type of small mom and pop shop on the way as you're driving. Or if you want to rent a bike on Innis Ear because they only accepted cash. I hope that this video is helpful for you in planning your trip to Ireland, and it gives you some things to think about, and hopefully you can avoid some of the troubles or sticking points that we had to endure. If you're interested in more travel tips, go ahead and subscribe, and also be sure to take a look at our blog, lifehasitsperks.com. Thank you so much for watching.